Ethiopian Airlines Boeing flight, which was on its way to Nairobi, has crashed, killing all 157 people on board. That includes 4 Indians. The flight ET-302 was a Boeing 737 MAX that was carrying 149 passengers and 8 crew members. The flight was en route Nairobi from Addis Ababa when it crashed near the town of Bishoftu in Ethiopia, minutes after taking off. Kenya's Transport Ministry has said that the flight was carrying passengers from over 35 countries, including India, China, US, Britain and France.
In terms of the 149 passengers on board ET-302, we can now confirm that there were at least 35 nationalities. And I'm saying at least because as of now, 2 are unknown. So
the Lion Air crash.
Among the most affected, as you may expect, is Kenya, which had about 32 passengers on board out of the 149 passengers. Other nationalities involved with number of passengers in the flight were Canada with 18, China with 8, Netherlands with 5, Egypt with 6, Ethiopia with 9, France, UK, 7 each, India with 4, Italy with 8, and then we have Slovakia with 4, and the USA with 8. The other nationalities who had like 1 or 2 passengers on board.
Relatives of the passengers were seen mourning at the crash site. Meanwhile, Ethiopian Airlines CEO has defended the pilot, saying that he had an excellent track record.
From the air traffic controller's record, the pilot mentioned that he had difficulty and he wants to return. So he was given clearance.
Boeing has also issued a statement. The American aerospace company said that a Boeing technical team will be visiting the accident site to provide assistance to the authorities. Meanwhile, Ethiopian Airlines has said that an investigation will be carried out in collaboration with all stakeholders, including Boeing. Now, flight radar data shows that the Ethiopian Airlines flight had unstable vertical speed. Now, important to highlight here, this is the same kind of unstable vertical flight profile that was also recorded in the flight data of the Lion Air flight that crashed off Java last October. Experts say that this happens when there is an increase in the speed, but it's also accompanied with an altitude dip, indicating loss of control. Remember, the 737 MAX is the same model as that of the Lion Air flight that had crashed in October last year. Lion Air Flight 610 plunged into the Java Sea shortly after taking off from Jakarta, killing all 189 on board. Since then, the investigators have focused on a new anti-stall flight control system installed on the Boeing 737 MAX as a factor in that crash. Pilots have claimed that they were not trained for the system's new feature. The Lion Air flight had crashed 12 minutes into its journey. In case of the Ethiopian airline as well, the flight crashed just 13 minutes post taking off. The Ethiopian Airlines crash coming 3 days after a Seattle-based law firm also sued Boeing on behalf of as many as 17 families who lost their loved ones in the Lion Air crash. The complaint alleges that the Lion Air crash was caused by the failure of a new flight control system Boeing had installed on the aircraft. Lawyers representing the family saying that Boeing did not include any mention of the new system in its aircraft manual. The lawsuit also alleges that in order to boost sales, Boeing had quote-unquote concealed the new system and minimized the difference between the MAX and the other version of the 737. Now, the MAX is the new version of the twin-engine Boeing 737, and over 200 aircraft of this model have already been delivered worldwide, including in India. The Lion Air crash sent shockwaves across the world. In India as well, the Directorate General of Civil Aviation asked airlines to train the 737 MAX pilots on simulators by replicating the circumstances that may have led to the Lion Air crash.